going on, Dave?
Hey, man. How's it going?
It's ready. Danny's on vacation. Are you ready to record today?
I mean, kind of. We never really sat down and figured out any sort of outline.
I mean, we could do like a book review.
I mean, we could do a book review, but not having Danny makes that harder. He's kind of the guy that I bounce ideas off of and tell him he's wrong all the time. It's the only time I get to be right.
Yeah, like your mom's the person we bounce our dicks off of.
Save it for the podcast, hero.
I gotta practice.
Hey, what are you watching here? Is this Netflix? Is it Disney Plus?
Oh, this is GW Plus. Amanda got it for me. I thought it would maybe help me with ideas.
GW Plus?
Yeah, it's like a cable channel extension for gamers. It has WPBS, ITCN, WMC, Xenos Planet, Dave Games Network, live tournament streams, and other stuff too.
I'm sorry, Dave Games Network?
Yeah, I mean, they're desperate for content. Streaming will greenlight literally anything.
All right, that's fair. So what did I catch you watching right now?
This is The Joy of Miniature Painting with Duncan Rhodes. Here, check it out.
And now that we have finished the highlights on this glorious Imperial night, we can start painting some freeform knightly house symbols. I prefer mine to be House Griffin, but you can feel free to paint anything you want. So long as it's a loyal house of the Imperium. But for this step, we're going to start with a Stratum Grey. Just water it really down and lay out your designs. Just nice, easy strokes. And remember, there's no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Happy little accidents. Just let the brush flow and take you wherever it wants to go. And there we have it. The outline for a nice, clean house. Griffith symbol? It's a chaos symbol! Ah! Join me next time when we will be painting some glorious Bretonians for the great Bretonian Empire. What's that, Peachy? They no longer make Bretonians? Son of a...
We will return to your scheduled programming shortly, though we are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
Jesus.
Real technical difficulties there.
That was both oddly relaxing and incredibly stressful all at the same time.
Man, just like painting miniatures. I can't think of anything better.
Can't wait for the next episode. Bretonians.
Yeah.
Hot. Did you say so? What is ITCN?
Oh, yeah. So that's like ESPN, but for 40K. Like, pro gaming is all the rage right now, and this is the network that covers it all. Here, check that out.
And in Canada, Vessel wraps up the Morton's 200 with a 36-21 victory over Skarsgård Scarrington. Absolutely shocking to see the forces of chaos just crush the Archon of Camorra, even if Vessel is the current points leader in the ITC. Completely shocking. What's that? I'm getting word right now that the Sea Salt Invitational has just wrapped up on the East Coast. Scores are in, and that's where ITCN's own Danny McDevitt is standing by with the winner. Danny?
The city announces our arrival with the pouring rain. From its highest levels, the walls glisten beneath the...
All right, here's what has just happened. We have plugged into a Bluetooth in the room playing cold open stories when all lights have gone out. Let's instead go across the country to John Quinnell at the Nova Ged Shift Cal Open. I'm being told we're going to try Danny McDevitt again. Danny, are you there?
Making everything look clean and smooth. But here on the ground...
Again, when all lights have gone out. Now let's go to the Nova Ged Shift Cal Open and John Quinnell standing by with Doug Everyman, first place winner. John?
Hi, Dave. What an exciting night here in South Seattle, DC. I'm here with Doug Everyman, first place winner of the biggest 40K tourney on the planet. With over 2,000 players, it was the very first Super Mega Major Hyper-Type episode in ITC. Doug, how does it feel to have never placed higher than Red Lantern before?
Marines.
I have to ask Doug, do you think there would be an army in the world in which would allow you to win in such a storied event?
Marines, 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 Marines.
Well, there you have it. Back to you in the studio, Dave.
That's just exciting all around, John. Who would have thought that an everyman could pick up and play in the biggest show? Absolutely exciting. After the break, we'll check in on Val Heffelfinger and his hunt for the missing passport, and we find out what exactly happened with the split between Frontline's Frankie and Reese. My guess is Reese just has a better nickname. Reeseus. Reeseus. It just rolls off the tongue. Commercials. Just mute that for a minute.
Oh, man. I mean, it's crazy how they gave us so many shows and we don't remember them because it's just us.
Crazy. I mean, that was pretty exciting. I bet they probably did like streaming of games and stuff like that.
Pro gaming is the next big thing in
It's huge.
40K, and it is in no way going to be overvalued at all.
No, I think it's totally awesome. I think the next thing you're going to see is the World Series of 40K gaming down in Las Vegas, probably easy.
Yeah. 47 4-hour games streamed live over Twitch.
Ugh. I'm going to buy stock in ITCN right now, actually.
Yes. Let's do it.
I don't want to watch commercials anymore.
Oh, I have the perfect thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So it's on Xenos Planet. It's going to be Sly Marbo, Xenos Hunter. Check this out.
Hello, folks. I'm Sly Marbo, premier Xenos hunter, and I travel the universe hunting for rare and exotic Xenos. This week, you can find me and my remembrances on the agri-world of Bronis 4, recently besieged by a warped tendril of 5 Fleet Dromunga.
Dun, 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 dun. Sly Marbo, Xenos Hunter!
These beautiful creatures have an amazing camouflage scheme that lets them blend into the natural fauna. The special mutating carapaces allow them to blend in so well they are nearly invisible. I can't wait to show you one of these amazing creatures in the wild. So let's go. Shh, there we go. Right there, look at that termagant. Absolutely amazing. See how he barely stands out against the browns and greens? Looks like we happened across a scout for an advanced hunting party. Let's see if we can get closer, shall we? Oh, hold on, he almost spotted us. Okay, the wind has shifted. Time to get as close as we can. You see, gaunts come in 2 types, and this one is an armor gaunt. See the deadly scythe talons dripping with poison. So we're going to have to be real careful. We're almost on top of him now. Just one more second and then it... Ah! Well, that's all for this little bagger. Look at this coloration. Majestic. After these messages, we'll head towards a new infrope, leading this band and see what we can learn.
Wow.
Sorry, I had to switch that off there real quick, otherwise it's rude.
Freaking commercials.
Kills the thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I guess we should probably discuss what we're actually going to do tonight. Psychic Awakening 1 and 2 review.
Well, Danny is out of state and he has the books. So we could kind of bullshit our way through like we usually do.
I mean, we can get 3 minutes of bullshit for that? I mean,
yeah, that's fair.
The Eldar exist, Janezar dies,
Chaos are sort of okay again.
I'm Chaos good. Black Templar fail, as would be expected, and now it's the end. So now what do we do for the rest of the podcast?
Let's just check out this movie, I guess. The world is changed. I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Much that once was is lost. For none now live who remember it. It began with the writing of the Great Addition. 3 codexes were given to the Eldar. Immortal wisest and fairest of all beings. 7 to the Xenos, great guns and claws. And 9 codexes were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desire power. For within these codexes was bound the strength and will to govern each race. But they were all of them deceived. For another codex was made, in the land of Nottingham, in the fires of Warhammer World, the Dark Lord Foley forged in secret a set of supplements to control all others. And into these supplements he poured his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate all life. One faction to rule them all.
All right,
man.
I'd love to watch that, but we got that's a 3-hour movie, John.
At least 18 if you include prequels and following ones as well.
We don't have that kind of time.
There's a lot of it. We don't. Well, it's past 7 already, so I guess we just get started and just do what we usually do and make stuff up. Sounds good?
Yep.
All right, set it. What up? What up? What up?
Oh,
Try and have a longer intro. Other podcasts? I don't think so.
Damn straight.
Welcome to Mob Rules. I am John.
I do think that the longer intro podcast actually probably has a longer
is it just literally a podcast
just an
on
intro.
long intros?
Just an intro. They roll the opening music at the very end.
So yeah, welcome to Mob Rules. I am John, joined as always by
Dave.
And by Danny's on vacation. Danny, Danny is away with family, taking care of family things.
Hey, it's Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving.
You're lucky you're even getting a podcast. I hope you are giving thanks right now for it.
You know, as half of the people at this table here right now who doesn't understand Thanksgiving, I'm confused.
So that's different than every other podcast.
That's fair. I'm pretty confused a lot of the time. But yeah, so we are, we're having a chillax and breaking loose episode.
And now you all know how we plan stuff.
Now, well, I mean, this is no different to what we usually do, admittedly. I do have a little solo Dave game planned. We had some technical difficulties with our Discord where I couldn't quite get it working again. That's very unsurprising and very unlike me.
I don't know why you did air quotes around couldn't get it working again.
Because it's a radio show, Dave. People can't see fingers.
But why? I knew why you couldn't get it working again.
My gosh, yes.
Because we have worked like a total of 60 hours in the last 6 days.
It's been pretty crazy. It's been a pretty crazy few days for us here. So yeah, we're just going to talk about what we've been up to, which for me has been very busy the past 2 weeks.
Dude, it's amazing. You've been crushing it.
I've been crushing it. Not on the tabletop, but getting to the tabletop I have. And then we're going to go over a little bit, I think, about our 40K journeys this year, Dave, because we kind of switched roles this year a little bit and kind of, I think, some good discussion about our feelings there and like how to improve and kind of what we're working on will yield some help for others. And then I have a little fun Dave game.
All right. I do have to warn you, I'm not paying you $150 an hour to talk about my feelings with you.
Well, shit. How am I going to afford Psychic Awakening 3 now? Who knows?
And chapter approved at the same time?
And chapter approved. I mean, if I was me, I would probably go to some YouTube channel right now and check out a video review done by 2 amazing people on those books.
And then when you finish that, come see ours.
And then when you finish that, come see ours. Jump on my punchline like Dave just did.
Oh, I wanted that one. You telegraphed the one a mile away. I was hitting it out of the park.
Oh, yeah, just like your mom. See, we don't need Matt Danny for mom jokes.
Did you just say Matt Damon for mom jokes?
I think so. Matt Damon for mom jokes is my new, this person for president.
That should be the name of your band, actually.
Matt Damon for mom jokes. We're a prog rock punk alt collective. because that's the thing. Hey, thanks for sitting through the first 10 minutes. I was a little down on it when we first kind of got pitched, but I had so much fun doing it. We had so much fun writing it. A lot of those are going to reappear as skits or ad breaks throughout because, man, they're just some quality stuff there.
It was so much fun to do.
I'm drinking scotch right now. I'm breaking my little alcohol freeness because it's the holidays, and also my throat really hurts from screaming. And I had to send my wife a text message when I was like, hey, don't put the baby to bed yet. In about 5 minutes, I'm going to be screaming really loudly for about a minute. She's like, thanks for letting me know. And then afterwards, I get a little text message. It was like, why did I hear sex noises? I'm like, I just really like Dave.
Thanks.
That's okay. That's how it is. That's how it is.
So let's get into this, John.
Let's do this.
Bam.
What have you been up to?
Oh man, I have been up to nothing.
Nothing.
I have built. I actually went through and built all of my Nurgle for the Age of Sigmar parent thing.
Oh yeah, because you have that rad like parent painting competition, right? Where you're doing Nurgle demons way better than I ever could.
So it starts from these guys that meet up twice a year. They're parent gamers who meet up twice a year and reserve tables at Nottingham.
Sure.
At the headquarters there and play on the tables. And they've been playing a lot of Shadespire and Blood Bowl, which is why you can see why I like them, and 40K, which Elsa Patch is in. But there's a couple that kind of wanted to play Age of Sigmar, but nobody else had an Age of Sigmar army.
Sure.
So they issued this slow burn challenge. So next November at Warhammer World, they will all have full 2,000 point armies fully painted based off of the challenge each month is, X.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
November was headquarters, which I'd finished painting him, but I hadn't based him yet because I literally want to do the exact same thing you were doing. And I was like, oh, well, it's just going to look like I'm ripping off John because...
Oh, no, I literally ripped off... so my basing scheme is like the Toxic Wasteland one from the GW painting app. And the way I paint it is exactly as they tell me to do it on the GW painting app. I guarantee there's at least 3,000 people in the world who rip off John because I have a podcast, so I can say it was my idea first.
Bitches.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Coming for my 2-cent commission.
Royalties! So I built this lore up in my head as to why this Herald has suddenly been elevated from Plague Bearer to Herald. He's done a good deed. Nurgle's given him this, so he sent him out into the world.
Farted on a bunch of orphans.
Exactly.
Oh.
To build his warband. So he's starting off in kind of a desert waste, but the way I made the bases look like the green was actually kind of slowly seeping out of the ground. Oh, that's
cool. Yeah, yeah. Like he's plaguing or diseasing the ground as he walks on.
So instead of using Sterling Battlemire, which is I think what they recommend for the base you use.
Which, that's one I use.
I actually used the Armageddon Dunes.
Nice, yeah.
So it's not as dark. It's more dry desert, kind of turning into the Garden of Nurgle, like he's growing it for Nurgle as he goes.
Can I just say, I only have now images of a plague bearer farting on orphan babies in cribs. Well, that's
maybe for the next planning session. Make a note. Jot it down.
Farting skit.
We have that already. It's called Dave Games Intro.
Oh, and it's not queued up. That's okay.
I know. That's why I made the reference.
Damn it.
No, so I built out 20 Plague Bearers, 3 Nurgling bases, and 3 Plague Drones. So I'm not sure which I'm going to paint next because I've got to choose a battle line troop choice. So I'm going to either do for December. And also I worked on where every year we do this thing for my family called the To Make Presents so that nobody is buying presents for everybody else in the family. We just draw a name, and then you make a present for that person.
Oh, nice. I'm assuming you got the easiest person in your family to get a present for?
I mean, no, literally the hardest person in the family. I love my sister-in-law to death. She's an amazing person, but she cannot fake excitement for a gift she hates to save her life. Like, I watched her crush a 10-year-old last year. It was like, she's like, oh... I was like, ooh, couldn't have just mustered a fake smile for that one? Damn. So I'm trying to go big, and I'm doing a 3D picture cutout of her son and my brother, playing on the swings and stuff.
Nice.
Because she just got a new job, so I thought I'd give her something cool she could put on her desk. And if she hates it, I will have only invested all of December in it, so it's fine. It's
only 1/12 of your year.
That's it. I don't even need
0.01% of your life.
It's not like I could be painting up stuff for LVO. Oh yeah, so I got all the base colors laid down on my whirlwinds.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I've been fighting with building a new lieutenant model Primaris Lieutenant model because I don't need another one, but I kind of want one that fits more to the theme of what I have going on with the rest of the army. So,
Which is fuckery.
No, well, I mean, like, so, you know, I had the Iron Hands successor chapter based off of our Tale of Gamers from back in the day. That's why they are purple and gray.
Sure.
Because they were the Primaris only, but they've kind of branched
The
out.
purple Granians.
Yeah.
They're Primaris only until Thunderfire Cannons and Whirlwinds got really good.
Yeah, they were Primaris only until those things happened. Till Tech Marines. Because who knew Tech Marines surrounded by repulsors are actually pretty viable. Or they were beforehand, too.
Yeah. Now they're extra viable.
But with the Psychic Awakening...
It's like having a
2,
supermodel and then putting a supermodel in a bikini and trying to pretend you're surprised she's suddenly hotter.
I don't know.
Like she was hot the whole time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Depends. Is it Instagram supermodel or is it regular?
No,
Is she
regular.
doing
Like real
the-
life one. Not like
Oh.
13 filter supermodel.
Oh,
like,
gotcha,
You know,
gotcha.
classic 90s, 3 minutes to
Oh.
download a picture from the
Oh.
internet supermodel.
Oh, like Kathy Ireland.
Oh, yeah. There's a reference that dates us. Holy
Ooh.
shit.
Dude, you remember when Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue was the only way that you could get your 13-year-old boner material?
I mean, I have no recollection of that, and yes.
All right, so I've been toying with making a lieutenant who's going to stand with my now promoted Tech Marine Warlord, who makes all my whirlwinds hit on 2. So now my whirlwinds are also rerolling 1s with lieutenant there. So I kind of was like, well, maybe I make a lieutenant that's kind of Tech Marine-ish, you know, so it fits. Because that's what my chapter master looks like. Like he's got a servo arm on his back and stuff that I custom built, and so you know I was like, oh, but I haven't been able to pull the trigger. Because somebody sent us a message that said, hey, you guys have got a better pulse on the community than we do, and people probably enjoy your comedy way more than they do anybody else's. And I was like, okay, sure. Okay, John, check this message out.
Yeah, I was like, Dave, why are you messaging yourself? We're not that popular.
I was like,
Our mothers don't get our humor.
which was basically like, can you just make something that has like somebody pretending to be like Charlie Brown's parents, like the trombone, but instead of the trombone, it just says Marines over and over again.
Yeah, that was Biff Pod that sent us that, right? That kind of request.
One of the guys in Biff Pod.
One of the Biff Pod sent us that request, and instead of just kind of making that request to spec, we sort of went overboard and made a billion.
We
skits.
chopped it up, we dusted it, we made some lines. John and I snorted the idea, and then shit out what you heard.
Yeah, we shit out just liquid creativity of just throwing out all kinds of stuff to the point where. Yeah, like the original idea got lost a little bit, but man, there's so much good stuff.
I don't know. We got the original idea literally in there with the.
We did, and we really hope. I don't know. Birds need
Tony.
Yeah, I don't know why birds need passports when they just fly home for the winter or fly south for the winter.
Well, that's
the U.S. Border Patrol doesn't patrol the air for birds.
The Falcon doesn't need his passport. His partner in crime, Val Heffelfinger, lost.
I mean,
his
they're all
passport.
birds. He can be some kind of fucking shrew. No, it's a mouse. Sparrow, Falcon, and Sparrow. I'd read that comic book.
Though.
That's a swallow.
Oh,
which I'm sure your mom does. See, we
oh,
don't need Danny for mom jokes.
Dude, it's a good thing you don't have that laugh
Oh
track
my
queued up
gosh,
because
I know,
some
it's
asshole
just-
made you record a bunch of fake shit earlier.
No, even on the weird like other like I have like 2 main soundboards for the show. I'm on the weird other collected one where I shouldn't be, but that's okay. It has
there it
that
is.
happy little sound right on there.
But
But yes, you got your whirlwinds, got your Tech Marines.
I'm
got a-
working on it, getting ready for LVO.
Yeah.
Did not play in the tournament this weekend because I'm an old man and apparently woke up dead.
Yeah.
I tried to get up.
So both of us didn't make it. You didn't make it because you slept and hurt yourself sleeping.
Because I'm an old man, yeah.
I didn't make it because I have a small child who was very close to baby Bjorning and carrying throughout. And then be like, oh shit, the kid bumped the model. Guess that's just where it is now.
It's ITC rules. Play it where it lays.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
But yeah, so I didn't make it to that tournament. But in the past 2 weeks, I have played 3 games of 40K.
Yeah, you sniped my my Porter game.
I did snipe you. Well, I just messaged him because, I put like an open request out to our group and being like, hey, who wants to play a game? And then Porter, one of our local players who's super good, I make fun of Dave blowing him, but he is actually a really good player, said, oh man, I was too late. So when I had my free time for this week,
What was that? I
Dave,
couldn't hear
stop
you
that.
over
Get
here.
off my
I'm too busy-
crotch.
I'm too busy blowing Rob right now.
I just messaged him directly. I'm like, hey, man, are you up for a game? And he was. But I started the time playing against longtime Danny loser, John Miller, against his Blood Angels Iron Hands list. And this is against my Chaos list as it was.
That list is going to change so hard.
in an iteration. And yeah, when you guys watch the YouTube video, that list is going to change really hard and really well. But so I played against, I had my first iteration of my Chaos list where I had 2 Helldrakes, 3 Lord Discordants. I had 2 drills full of Berserkers, and, it was all fun and games. I ended up losing that one, I think 27-19 or 27-21. It was 21. Because it was
close, if memory serves.
Yeah. So I was tabled at the end of turn 5, right as the game ended, but it was super, super close. Lord Discordants, Jesus, they do work. Shoot them off the table as soon as you see them, because the amount of attacks they were putting out was ridiculous and disgusting.
I think you mean Chef's Kiss.
Oh yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then that game as well, I forgot to even do my extra exploding 6s for Flawless Host.
Oh no!
So I was only getting 1 extra attack for 6 as opposed to 2 extra, which I should be getting. But still, I mean, it was super good. John's always a super great opponent. Offline, online, he can be a little ornery.
Online,
sometimes.
he puts out some sort of super aggressive thing. Like the kind of guy that would just punch somebody in the food court during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, alpha male online cuck in the gaming table. Not quite, but
only if Danny's playing.
Yeah, only if Danny. Dave and I can't beat him, but Danny every time. Yeah.
All right. So in my defense, in our game, I brought literally the jokiest garbage list.
Oh, were you playing? Were you playing New Marines? Then if the internet has told me anything, I can instantly disregard any opinion you have, because you should just auto win.
Sorry. So was this my trophy over here, the Morton Salt Oscar?
Oh no, I have many of those to give out. Yeah,
Just,
I am the master of the salt.
I mean, I would just remember him telling, he was like, "Oh, I just asked Dave, he doesn't die," and I was like, "Of course he doesn't die to a repulsor in close combat, John."
So what's hilarious is I charged him with a Lord Discordant, and so I was in combat with a Lord Discordant with 2 Tech Marines and this asshole Chaplain guy.
Chaplain with Wings of Fire.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do 3 of my attacks here. I'm gonna do 2 of my attacks on this other guy, and then all my Discordant attacks on this guy here. And he's just like, "Oh, are you sure? Ask Dave. This guy never dies." I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, roll 4 dice. I'm like, "Oh, he died." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I just messaged Dave. I'm like, "Dave, why the hell did you say this guy was hard to kill? He just melted." But then I really learned it's because Lord Discordants are disgusting.
Yeah.
The sheer amount of dice I was putting out was just incredible. But after that game, 2 drills of Berserkers was a little too much.
I disagree. But I know where you're coming from. It's just that I love Berserkers and I love drills.
Yeah. So
both sets of, the Berserker models are outdated and really could use an update. But
so I'm thinking possibly next list of doing 2 drills, having 1 Berserker, 1 Possessed. But the problem being Possessed right now, without us seeing the points, are too expensive. They're 20 points a model. So like it's 200 points plus 134 for the drill. So it's like 335. I can see the drill going up in cost. I can see a couple of other things, but what I did notice,
you could put the Lord Discordant in there.
Yeah, man, that would be hilarious just to have them crawl out of there. But so after that game, I pulled out a drill. I pulled out some Khorne Berserkers, and I added more cultists. I added some Chaos Space Marines, just kind of a backfield objective. I threw an autocannon in there, just kind of plink off shots on things. And I added 5 a unit of Havocs with chain cannons.
Smart. Those are good. That's a solid unit.
It's a solid. And what's crazy to me is all of that came at the same cost as 1 drill with Berserkers, which is really expensive.
The cost is you're going to continue to lose. Because
fair.
2 drills of Berserkers.
Well, spoilers. You're not far off from the truth.
So let's be honest. Yeah. How long has it really been since you truly played a competitive game? The Mob Rules or the Snake Open?
The Snake-based Open a couple months ago would be the last time I played a competitive game.
So I know Janny? Yeah, we'll call him Janny. Sure. He's down here. Janny jokes that he's, that I never play games, but I'm crushing John in the number as compared to the number of games.
And we'll talk about this later. Like this year, you're crushing me in the number of games this year, and that's why I had grown-up discussions with my wife, and I was just like, hey, I'm going to play once a week. That's kind of my goal from here on out, is I'm going to play at least once a week, because otherwise I'm just spending thousands on plastic and not actually,
That's not, you couldn't possibly have had that conversation with your wife.
No, I didn't have that part of the conversation. I just said that.
Because otherwise I'm spending
dollars, like cents on plastic right now, hundreds of cents. Next I played Sean Garin and his Astra Militarum army.
I have never had a bad game against Sean.
He was a great opponent.
He is a great
super good opponent.
If you get a chance to play Sean, you should always play him.
Yeah, always play him. I had a lot of fun playing against him. I learned a lot in that game too. I learned Lord Discordance or all the screen clearing I need.
Yes.
I learned Havocs with 3 CP in this Lanesh stratagem. Can wipe out 2 units of guardsmen easily in 1 turn.
Oh, yeah.
And then I learned Sean is really good at blocking. And that's what ended up costing me that game. He blocked my drill, the Chimera, so I couldn't get past it, and it made me go kind of like the long way around, which really hampered my berserkers and my charge. Highlight of that game for me, I started Abaddon on the table this time, and I started him with all of the berserkers. Oh, no, with the berserkers, with all the cultists. Moved him forward. I charged Sean's Chimera. Abaddon has 6 attack space, I believe. He ended up getting 19 hits, which was quite wonderful. I used Dracnian with the Demon Blade. So he has 6 attacks, plus 1 for the charge. So it's 7 attacks, 20 charges. I used his Demon Blade. I rolled a dice. I rolled a 6, which gives me an extra 6 attacks. He gave me 13. Of those 13, I rolled 6 6s, which gave me 19 total attacks.
So the Chimera lived then?
The Chimera was very dead.
Oh, okay.
Like, we were joking that he treated the sword like a baseball bat and just, like, yeeted it off the table. Like, it didn't blow up. And we figured the reason was because it was 3 battlefields over.
So he home-runned it off the table.
He home-run that
Like, he
Chimera.
was pointing towards the skyline.
Right off
he was
the table.
running right towards it with Dracnian in one hand.
But he had about 120 guardsmen. And I had a hard time dealing with the screens or kind of getting to the important stuff because a lot of my stuff was kind of combat orientated. So when I went to play against Rob, I kept the same list because I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this again. I ended up losing to Sean 27-25. So it was a super, super close game, that one. And then I went to play Rob. Rob is very good ITC competitive player. He's trying his hand at New Marines with the Raven Guard supplement.
And he hates it.
That's going to be a spoiler about how this game goes in general. And yeah, he just destroyed me. And I conceded at end of turn 2 after I failed 3 charges.
I think that, I mean, he is not...
The final score was at 32-7, by the way. So I still scored 7 points in those 2 turns. But yeah.
Yeah, so Rob's one of those guys that loves AdMac. I mean, he's really one of the top AdMac players, you know, in the United States in the ITC, but like a lot of players is adapting to having to play New Marines. Mind you, he loves Marines. In fact, Rob's love of Heresy is kind of what got me into Heresy in the first place when I first got back into it, you know, in the plastics and stuff like that. So, you know, I think that it's good. He's trying to do this, and he's doing what, Raptors, right?
He's doing a successor chapter. So yeah,
so he's running it.
Oh my God. And I he was like, oh, you're going to bitch about this in the podcast. Like, the only thing I'm going to bitch about is a well-played game. I made a lot of errors.
And it smells like farts in his house.
Master Artisan can go fuck itself with a pole.
Yeah.
And not like a little pole, like that's holding up your microphone right now, Dave. I'm talking about like an electrical power pole, like just a straight up tree trunk.
Like a Mandingo power pole.
And it's just because, I mean, Rob's really great about rolling and letting me know what he's doing. So every time he went to reroll, he would say Master Artisan. And the first turn, everything he would reroll into a hit or reroll into a wound. Like, and Master Artisan, hits, okay, dude. And Master Artisan, and wound. And Master Artisan. I'm like, Jesus Christ, stop being Master Artisans.
So I know that the successor chapters and everything else factor in, you know, pick your thing and then you're this. I feel like there's some disconnect someplace where GW isn't getting the message that people are using completely all of the stratagems from column A, and then also changing completely the tactics from B, and, you know, picking tactics B and C to be different. Because I don't know, it feels like, and maybe this might be my completely fluffy side that, you know, hasn't reared its ugly head in a long time, but it just to me screams like, no, this isn't what should be happening. You shouldn't be a White Scar's successor with +3 shooting and also this. You know what I mean?
So I think the problem was, and as I just punch things loudly in the background, Marines are really good. Really, really good.
They're very strong.
And it's the stacking of things, right? So he had base codex tactics. So he was using the gravitic application strat. So
that's just wounds broken as fuck
for 1 command point. And then he's using the Master Litany's Chaplain to give the prayer to +1 to hit.
That's broken.
So I have a unit of 6 Graf Centurions who are hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. They are wounding on doesn't matter, rerolling all. And it's just, it hurts a lot. I mean, I was talking to him about it. He brought those in as a way to kind of counter Assault Centurions, which makes a lot of sense because they're seeing a lot of play right now.
Right.
But yeah, it hurts. And then the, was it the Executors? What's the Space Marine troop type called with the exploding 6s?
He's got the, they're not infiltrators, the incursors.
Incursors. So yeah, 6 squads of incursors.
Whoa. He was up to 6 squads of incursors?
Yeah. So yeah, 2 battalions filled out with squads of incursors, right? So when they get into combat, they're coming in with like 3 attacks each. 6s are exploding. But unlike so 6s are exploding for 2 extra attacks on each one. So they're coming in with like 15 attacks.
Why 2 extra attacks?
Oh, he did some command pointy thing.
Okay.
So,
as long as we know he did the command.
But then I'm like looking at things and I'm trying not to be that kind of prototypical chaos player who's like, well, this is just Death to the False Emperor, but better because I have to roll to hit with my extra attacks for Death to the False Emperor, and these ones don't have to. So like the amount of decimation he could put in was just crazy. I made like a last ditch effort at the end of turn 2. I deep struck Abaddon down into a bad position because I was forced to because I didn't really have any other place to go. Try to charge his Smash Captain so I could kind of just one-shot him because I know as soon as if I get Abaddon in combat, any squad he's in combat with are dead. That's just kind of how Abaddon rolls.
Yeah, you don't have the option to just do base melee close combat attacks with Abaddon. You have to unload with with either the big weapon or the bigger weapon.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know I can kill him if I get there. I had Headhunter as one of my secondaries, so I'm like I need to get this point, and I failed that charge. So I'm like, okay. So he's just sitting out in the open in front of an eliminator, 2 eliminator squads and 2 incursor squads and a Smash Captain.
Oh, so 2 snipers that can do dual multiple wound shots, especially if they're in the open and not indirect.
Yep.
Oh, that's
so I'm like, okay,
probably safe.
So I'm like, all right, my berserkers on the other side of the table here, they'll help me out. They failed their 9-inch charge with a reroll, and then my drill failed a 9-inch charge with a reroll, and I'm like, okay. So turn 3, you're just gonna kill this guy, and I lose. So let's just call it here. Oof. It was a good learning experience because here's the thing: what I'm trying more than anything else to do is not just be like new Marines, fucking Marines. Like that's kind of the consensus right now on the internet, right? Is just Marines are really good. I'm not as good as Marines. Why am I as good as Marines?
I should just play Marines.
I don't want to do that. I love my chaos stuff. Like I love my Lord Discordance. I love like the other things like that. I want to be more positive and work towards how do I beat this? How do I counter this? How do I survive this? You know, it's like if you're in a horror movie and like you have a killer like hunting around someone around this abandoned house. The person in the house is like, man, I wish I could be the killer too. Like, no, their focus is on surviving and
That's
kind of getting
Jason
through it.
4 happened, actually.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
I guess there were so many of them. I'm sure it happened in at least one of them.
Probably, yeah, totally.
If not 2. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was sort of the game against Rob. All 3 games, I took a lot away. And I'm seeing improvements going from game to game to game. And again, learning and moving on. And this is trying to get this muscle memory in of what to do when and when to get stuff out and when to spend command points and when not to. I'm not hugely concerned about wins and losses right now because I'm just...
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I understand that completely, John. For me, so I haven't been able to schedule games. Like we set up a night that we were going to do practice nights on Mondays. And then the first time
instantly
Danny was sick and I was like, oh, thank God, I'm so tired.
And also instantly my wife was like, I have to work these nights now.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay.
good. So we set this up and we haven't planned it out. So I play in 2 tournaments a month usually in the winter months. You know, the one at MJ's and then at Tier 1. And this last time I missed it. But what I'm finding is when I go to these tournaments is that it takes me, you know, game 1, I usually win. But sometimes it takes me a little bit to get going. You know what I mean? Like remembering what I'm doing and going. But by game 2, I'm firing on all cylinders. And game 3, I'm usually, you know, stuffing Danny. I'm against Danny. So it's like, well, I'm done. But so even in games against Danny, I can learn stuff I did wrong. You know, not falling for things like distraction Achilles Land Raiders, you know.
Well, I was specifically told by Rob, these Centurions are a distraction unit. I'm like, okay, but I still have to deal with them because they hurt like shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then we got Danny. Danny, what have you been up to?
Yeah, Danny, what have you been up to? Oh, man, really?
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. That's crazy.
Well, he did win the last tournament he was a part of.
Spoiler alert.
He took a really rad, 45 intercessor list. Just
no.
No?
This one was
just
almost his SoCal list.
SoCal list.
I think it was actually better than his SoCal list.
So he is training right now, getting ready to go for Charity Hammer.
Yeah.
Put on, I believe, by the Biff Pod guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's run, I mean, I know they're completely affiliated with it. Basically, they get all of the top ITC ranked people they can.
Yes.
And Danny is the lowest seed at 98.
Nope. Colin is the lowest seed, I believe.
That doesn't count. He's the host.
Oh, but still, he is not the lowest. Danny's 98th. Yeah, so everyone goes down. There is, I think, 2 days of just intense live streaming of 40K between the world's top players.
For charity.
And it's a great cause. So you should definitely check that out on stream. Cheer your guy Danny on.
Or root against him if you're...
Or actively root against him like Dave and I are planning to do. But that just seems mean to have all three of us do it. Our one listener and our two of us.
Can't wait to sit at your house and throw stuff at the screen.
No, I'm just going to type White Claw over and over again into the chat.
I wish we had that sound effect on this board.
I mean, I do somewhere. It's just
it's too late now. The
care,
moment's past,
I care about your ears. So that's
Since when?
That's all that matters.
It's only because you couldn't surprise me with it.
Oh, I know. I was like, I need to organize this board. I have so much shit on this board now due to our recording today, which, you know, I'm happy about. But at the same time,
What's up, douchebag?
yeah,
there it is.
There it is. There's that right there. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back and I know it's not the end of the year, but we're almost at a wrap up episode. I'm pretty excited about it. It's gonna be pretty good. You've mastered the art of the Stanley. You've downloaded the ITC Battles app. You've loaded your dice to guarantee your charge. Now perfect your game with Mob Rules measuring accessories. Made of the finest acrylic and carrying the skill of the Danny, the tactics of the Dave, and something positive about John. Get yours now at hammerheadgames.net. And we're back. Oh man,
what a
see
break.
that sudden thing. So we finally figured out, and when I say we, Dave, I have to give credit where credit's due.
It's,
I
not
figured
possible
out
that
the
my old ass-
Discord. And we
could not
finally
have figured it out.
have some stuff working, and it's time for Dave Games with listeners. I turned the listeners back on.
I hate this stupid song. It's so awesome.
So this is literally the only sound effect we've had multiple requests to post just the file from. Which is just another great Incompetech song.
It's your current ringtone.
That is my current ringtone. Ringtone. Yeah, all right. So we have with us two listeners to play with us amazing Dave games.
Yeah, they're not at all written by
talking to
Dave.
me?
Yes, Beals. We are talking.
We
to
have
you.
one amazing listener and our amazing artist person who, for some reason, likes us and designed us an awesome and not at all copyright infringing logo.
No, not at all.
No, completely original, 100% Beals art.
Whoa, you cut out there.
Beautiful. There's no copyright faking in effect if the Discord cuts out. I love it.
So we got Alec Beals.
Yep.
And Roy Saki Man, last name unknown.
Much like Dave, most of the references are from Warcraft, so the younger amongst you won't realize it. It's like Overwatch, but for like older people. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm trying to not age myself. But just
John, we're losing us. God damn it.
Oh yeah, I love how we only started the technical difficulties when
I think it's because your Wi-Fi is not connecting well or something.
When I started recording. My Wi-Fi is flawless, sir. We're trying to go back in right here.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's all kinds of
Rogue
Discord,
Discord
stuff.
altogether.
So, I mean, I guess what we're going to talk about here real quick is I have 10 amazing heretical questions about chaos that we want our people to kind of fill out here. Or answer. Fill out, it's not a government form. No, that's not it. It is multiple choice questions. And I, for one, am so excited to ask these chaos-based heretical questions. And I am in no way stalling for time for Discord to load back up.
Wait, he wasn't stalling at all?
I was no way stalling for time for Discord to load back up. I guess the server can contain your guys, Roy and Beals, your guys' awesomeness of upgrading our quality of podcast right here. But are you guys ready to play some Dave games?
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit sound effect buttons randomly until this thing is done.
So when you know the answer, just ring in.
Yeah, I mean, Beals, how do you want to ring
I'm
in?
not gonna know any answers. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna know a single one. I'm gonna.
Fuck no with that attitude.
Did
Come
I
on now.
mention all the fabulous prizes?
There's no prizes.
You know what? Why don't you read those up? Maybe that'll help me jog my memory.
All right, so up for grabs is this 1942 Coupe de Ville.
An undervalued commission project for a podcast.
Dave, I don't want your retirement car.
Damn it! Oh,
Don't you though? Don't you?
I don't think so.
I want his starter car. I want the Flintstones mobile.
It's actually in Flintstone land in South Dakota.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, I know, right?
The mechanic work though on that is just cheap as shit though. Just let's be honest.
Yeah, but it'll get you.
It's like a Tesla, no oil changes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brakes.
You just got to drain the fluid every like 5 miles.
Okay, so I have 10 chaos-based questions. I'm just gonna have you guys ring in. Dave, you can play along as well.
Oh, I would prefer to let
That sounds fun. So I'm
misery.
gonna. I mean, they're not going to enjoy. They're listeners to this podcast.
That's true.
So we're just gonna put Beals, Roy, and Dave. All right.
I'm going to say ding a lot.
Okay.
Good idea.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we have ding. So who's saying ding?
I'm saying ding.
Okay, so Beals is saying ding.
Got it.
Roy, if you want to say dong, and then Dave,
Sure.
say schlong.
Yeah, there it is. Schlong. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
ding dong schlong.
Ding dong schlong. Got it.
It's
Dave should say life
Professor
alert.
like that back in the old monastery.
yeah. It's your mom's starring role.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start us off real easy right here. Question the first: which of these is a first founding chapter? So you have Sons of Malice, Violators, Red Corsairs, Alpha Legion.
Dong.
I heard ding first.
Ding first!
It's all yours, buddy.
Hey, Beals right off the bat.
Oh man, that's
Crushing
good.
it.
That's some good aggression right there too.
I
So
thought you didn't want to win my retirement car.
I didn't think the question would be this easy.
it's like he still wants to win, just not the car. So we have Violators and Sons of Malice are both Renegade Space Marine chapters, and Corsairs are a pirate force made of various Space Marine deserters, and one would assume peg legs.
And also one of our
Is
greatest
there an
episodes.
official founding time for Red Corsairs?
The Astral Claws. and
Yeah,
it was,
I
like
think it was during
the second foundings or something along
Yeah.
those lines.
so somewhere along
Yeah,
there.
so I was gonna say, aren't they technically converted from originally like a second founding chapter?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're fun guys.
We had a visitor
So
for a second. It was Nuge.
How is there not? I mean, aren't Chaos just pirates too?
I mean, I like to think of the Corsairs as more of a historically accurate pirate. So you have like they're led by their warlord Blackbeard.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, yeah, plays. I mean, Johnny Depp would be a pretty
Hunt.
good Huron Blackheart.
Yeah, he
let's
really
be
would.
honest, right there.
They follow through on the prop design. They got eye patches and everything.
Heretical eye
They
patches.
found some old Terran book.
Oh man,
Oh.
I love that.
They've got the STC for comically oversized flaps.
I want that to be the title page of the STC so bad, where it's just like comically oversized.
Oh.
All right, question the second.
Okay.
Who resides on the demon world Medringard? Abaddon. Okay.
Ding. Oh shit.
Schlong
you
was
said
first.
Oh man. It's Oh, what's the Mortarian?
No, that is completely a failure.
Oh, sorry.
I will finish the question for Ding and Dong. We have Abaddon, Fabius Bile, Angron, Perturabo.
Ding.
Dong.
Ding.
Oh, ding in first again.
Well, Ding, go with your answer.
Or don't. Silence is also golden.
Yes.
Did we disconnect again?
No, we are perfectly fine. Dong.
So we'll go with dong.
It goes to you.
Or maybe we did disconnect again. This has been the best Dave games I've
Isn't
ever
it
been
amazing?
A
Dave. Oh man, that's so good. I love that.
Oh no.
Oh no. People disconnected. He's back on. Man, Discord is such a good, stable voice app that never crashes. So the 3 episodes I did of
Well, you gonna let him answer the
Nerds Talking stuff, Discord problems every time too. It's good times. Ding, go with your answer. Quit.
Okay, we'll call this segment done then, I think. Well, it looks like Beals wins 1-0.
Beals.
Congratulations on your new retirement car.
But it's weird because I have, they're all up there. Man, isn't Discord great? It's my favorite thing.
His answer is Perturabuto.
Oh, yeah. Perturabo would be the correct answer. So good job, Beals, on that fun little text exchange, which apparently it got dropped out there, which I am just loving. Man, thank God for Discord and its stable, quality servers that never, ever fail.
I just heard typing.
I heard typing. I heard angry complaint letters being formed. All right, we're going to try this again. Question the third. By the way, it was Perturabo. After being cast from the Imperium for siding with Horus, Perturabo shaped the world of Medringard in the Ire of Terror into an iron-skinned fortress. Iron-skinned fortress being your mom's preferred brand of condoms.
Oh, well, then you can hear me.
I can hear you typing. I just couldn't hear you talking. It was like,
It's not important.
I want to think that they're
be talking for us to hear you, though.
I want to think that they're on purposely fucking with us and just not talking.
I think it's
and
making
just
for
pretending.
the best
No,
segment
that's
we've
for-
probably never had.
If I start losing, maybe, but
Oh shit!
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
All
Well,
right,
question.
So hold on. So Saki, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can
He's
you hear
got
me?
his
Yeah.
own audience there.
I love
don't-
that. Yeah.
I don't even know what's happening right now.
Fuck, where's your studio audience, Beals? You're letting us down, man.
guys just got pants on. You can't expect me to get an audience wrangled up this
I
fast.
think
No,
if you
that's
left
fair.
the pants off, that's how you get the audience.
Is my audience loud?
No, it's
it's
perfect.
dude. It works
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it works. That's to the ambiance.
Yeah.
All right, question the third. Which force travels aboard the Terminus Est? Is it World Eaters, Black Legion, Death Guard, Emperor's Children?
Ding.
Ding.
Wow, Beal's crushing it.
Death Guard.
Yeah, Typhus, Herald of Nurgle.
I'm not going to know anything he
Is
says.
the dreaded ship. He leads his Death Guard coming into the heart of enemy systems from where he spreads disease and also love, weirdly enough.
I thought, am I misremembering? I thought last time Dave Games was mostly like mechanics questions.
It was. And now this one is switched to the fluff, but it's multiple choice.
Oh, I just got lucky then.
All right, question the fourth. Who began the Gothic War? Was it Abaddon, the Despoiler, Eldrad, the Crystal Eldar guy, the Nightbringer, or the Deceiver?
My Chemical Romance.
Oh shit! Out of left field.
Wow, I think it's.
I mean, that's
weird
where
way to say dong.
that's half.
Saki, but
That's half a point for Dong because I mean, really, emo music starts many wars.
you did say the Goth War.
Oh,
so.
the Goth War. I did. Fair. All right. Half a point right there. The right answer is the Deceiver, while the war itself.
So cool. We didn't want to answer.
Didn't give anyone else a chance.
No, he got half a point for My Chemical Romance for the Goth War.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah. So while the war itself was Abaddon's fleet versus an Imperial and Elder alliance, it was actually a plan by the Deceiver to destroy a Blackstone fortress. Which, who would have thought? Just fly at Acadia. That's all you got to do.
I actually knew that one.
Oh, you did. Got to chime in quicker.
Snipe from Dave.
His old staggy boomer fingers could have hit the buzzer.
The buzzer being his voice. All right.
I know what I said.
Hey, so question the fifth. What is the twisting path? Is it a prophet of chaos, a warp route, a psychic power, or a company of chaos marines?
Schlong.
Schlong.
What was the? Can I get the answers again?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna say a company of chaos marines.
False.
Oh,
Lies.
damn it.
0.
I'm gonna
Second
eliminate
wrong
that.
answer.
Dong.
Dong.
Oh, damn.
Is it the warp path?
No. Ding. Do you want to save it? You have a
even though
50-50 shot.
Yeah, we've narrowed it down. Now, as easy that may be, I'm going to go for E, all of the above. I think it's a trick question.
Well, shit. I mean, technically, you're right because it was one of the above, but it wasn't really all of the above.
Is it the Chaos Space Marines?
It's a psychic power. It's the psychic sorcerer uses it to extract valuable information from his target, represented by a victory bonus point in a previous edition.
Oh,
yeah. That's worth 0.5 though, because all of the above worked this one time. In future,
I
it
feel
will
like I'm
not.
getting fucked out of this.
A little bit, yeah, it's fine though.
Ah, okay.
Hey,
You should be used to it by now, Dave.
Yep.
True or false? Archon leads the Black Legion.
False. Dong.
Dong. What was your answer?
False.
Sweet. All right. Yeah, it's true. It's Abaddon leads the Black Legion.
I was fucking waiting for you to finish the question.
So does I. I thought that was it. I was like,
that was it right there. He sniped it in. You guys are freaking eliminators on the games field.
Didn't other people?
well, you cut out again.
I mean, Dave, you really got to stop muting people when you lose.
I will mute the shit out of all of them. I do not care.
Okay, perfect. So, question the 7th. And I am no way stalling
To make sure that
to
people are still
Discord caught up.
Yep. Hoping.
Discord, please sponsor us. You are an incredibly stable platform for voice communication, which in no way causes massive delays in our podcast recording.
I don't know. We didn't have anything else planned this evening, so it's fine.
We got a couple other things. We don't let people peek behind the curtain. Don't be the Wizard of Oz.
All right. So, yeah.
All right, perfect. So question 7. Dave, you might get a leg up on this one. You're down 0 against 1.5 and 1.5.
Okay.
Who was killed at the siege of the Emperor's Palace, only to be resurrected to kill forever? Was it A, Karn the Betrayer, B, Fabius Bile, C, Lucius the Eternal, or D, Alfarius?
Schlong.
Schlong.
I'm going to say Karn the Betrayer.
Schlong, that is actually right.
Yes.
Unusually for a legion of unthinking butchers, the world leaders carried the body of their champion to safety, where he rose again, much like Jesus.
He's a butchering Jesus.
He is.
He's here to kill you for your sins.
And now we need to really model and make a diorama of Karn on the cross, dying to sin.
I don't think so. So yeah, what do you got for next, John?
Next, Angeron was the first leader to invade which imperial planet? Cadia, Armageddon, Medusa 5, or Terra?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I'm busy texting my girlfriend.
Angeron.
She lives in another school.
Yeah, she goes to another podcast. You wouldn't know about
You
her.
wouldn't know about her.
Can you repeat the question, the answers?
Yeah, Angeron was the first leader to invade which imperial planet? Armageddon, Cadia, Medusa 5, or Terra?
Ooh.
Dong, Medusa 5.
Dong, you are wrong. It is not Medusa 5. Looking for Ding or Schlong, like your mom.
I was busy reading Bing reward points. Can you repeat the question?
We have Angeron was the first leader to invade which imperial planet? Armageddon, Cadia, Medusa 5, or Terra?
Ding! Is it Armageddon?
Ding, it is
Oh,
Armageddon.
damn it. I got texted by Rob
By the
Porter.
way, you're
told me I gotta get off his
time.
jock.
that solo statement. You're gonna get Microsoft to sponsor your podcast because they just found out someone other than their employees use Bing.
Dude, I mean, I would assume it's
Dave
the best
Apple's-
porn search engine out there. I wouldn't know for sure, but
Was brought to you by DuckDuckGo. Get him off our tail.
Mob Rules brought to you by Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves for your internet
By
questions.
Lighthouse.
Hey, so the Armageddon, the world has been invaded twice since Angeron was defeated by Grey Knights. Believe it or not, Grey Knights can win battles.
I don't know anything about this.
Both times it's been invaded by Gaskell Thraka. Hey,
Yeah, I was gonna say I only remember orcs.
yeah. Fun fact: I think the next one of the next Psychic Awakening books is going to be based on Armageddon. I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty certain based on how the narrative's going. But question the 9th: who was captured by the Dark Angels and escaped the Rock? That would be the Dark Angels' homeworld, and not the amazing Sean Connery Nicolas Cage movie of the same name, or the professional wrestler / actor of the same name.
I think you mean superstar.
Or the geographic formation of the same name. Was it Alfarius?
Got another or.
So I was really going for it there. I'm going to be honest with you, but I couldn't think of any more rocks. Apart from Dave. Who's my rock? Was it Alfarius,
I'll take you.
Cypher, Colonius, or Fabius?
Wait.
Dong Fabius.
Dong, yeah, it was not Fabius, no. Fabius is not being captured by the Dark Angels at all because they are very shitty at catching people who aren't their own.
Schlong, I'll take Alfarius.
Alfarius? No, it is not Alfarius. He died during the Horus Heresy when he was
got to start listening to the answers.
when he was bitch slapped by Rogel Dorn on Terra.
Is he though?
Yeah, I mean, it's debatable.
Possibly. Is anyone really?
Everyone is technically Alfarius.
All right. I mean, all I've got left is a ding. I got no dongs and
That's
schlongs.
what your wife says.
Yeah, I guess I'll ding in. Is it oh, can you read them again?
Yeah,
I know who it is,
it's-
but I
Oh,
can't
for Beals, you'll read them again?
For fuck yeah. Did you see the sweet art he's done for us? Yeah, I'll read it again.
Damn it.
Alfarius, Cypher, Colonius, or
Okay,
Fabius.
I fucking never heard Cypher.
Dean
Come on.
Cypher.
Okay, your old man ears are of no consequence to
the
this
fuck?
bizarre competition.
What the fuck?
So yeah, Cypher, also known as
Collusion.
the true
Quid pro
voice of
quo.
the Emperor. He caused numerous uprisings in Cadia, and he leads the fallen angels in their quest for redemption. And
I almost assumed that was a gimmick question because is there any plot line where Cypher doesn't escape something? Always.
no,
Well,
Yeah.
he's still subscribed to Columbia House, actually.
I mean, I just someone green stuff like a twirly mustache in Cypher because I imagine he just twirls it.
I don't
and it's
think
just like, "Ha-ha."
I think Cypher's more of a good guy than you think.
I mean, he's a heretic, so there's that.
What are you, a Dark Angel lover?
I mean, I do love Phil, but no, sadly not.
I
But
like
anyway,
the color green.
finally, the
That
final
is-
question.
That is the best part of the Dark Angels lore is their color green.
Unless you're
Yeah.
Deathwing or Ravenwing, in which case it's the worst part.
In which case, the best part of the Dark Angels lore is two-head stalking. Slick Weasel.
I don't want to know about your sex acts. I'm just gonna say that right
Then
now.
stop binging them.
Hey, Bing for all your poor needs.
Sponsorship.
We're really reaching for that Bing sponsorship right now. So hey, final question. Not exactly chaos, but how many first founding legions were there originally?
Schlong.
Schlong.
Technically, there were 18.
No. It's
God,
there 8?
ding or dong.
I'm
Dong.
so fucking mad.
Dong.
Dong.
Weren't there 8?
8? No.
Dang.
Ding.
Dong.
Dean, I believe there was John. I believe there was 20.
There was 20
There wasn't
legions.
20. They wiped out the other 2 legions beforehand.
So
which is why
in order-
the Legion of Dave exists, because you could take the second or the
So
18th,
so
right?
here's the thing, right? There's 18. That was after 2 were taken away. What's 18 plus 2?
They never came into play.
I think we need to establish
I hate you.
Yeah. Yeah, so there was lots. Hey, Ding, Beals, you won by a lot. Roy, you were a wonderful second place. And Dave, he really tried, guys. Dave really
18
tried.
plus 2 is new math.
Guys, fake news.
It was fake news. But this has been our first listener Dave games, and Discord only ruined it 50%.
Yeah.
Yay!
It might only come down to 49%.
I'll take an F.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a good grade.
I'll throw it in the chat.
Throw a F in the chat in our Patreon Discord for Dave Games. A beautiful Nuge already did that. Great. Hey, so Beals, Roy, thank you so much for playing along. We're going to do more stuff like this in the future. We love talking to you guys. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Do you have a single wound? A standard bolt gun? Having trouble maintaining an acceptable Xenos kill count? Only barely over 2 meters tall? Maybe it's time to ask your lieutenant if the Rubicon Primaris is right for you. The Rubicon Primaris is a prescription process that helps you to update that tired look. You may notice an increase in your purging abilities within 2 to 4 hours. You may experience loss of life, additional organs, and a points increase. Do not take the Rubicon if you plan on fitting into rhinos, drop pods, or other traditional vehicles. The Rubicon Primaris is not intended for second founding chapters. The Rubicon Primaris is for use on genetically enhanced super soldiers over the age of 800 only. You are encouraged to report negative side effects to your company's apothecary. The Rubicon Primaris. Because sometimes plot armor is just not enough.
Hey, and we're back, and we're unmuted,
That
and
was
we're
so
happy.
much fun.
That was really great. We did, after the session, we opened the pocketbook a little bit, and we upgraded our Discord server, so we're a little bit cooler now.
Yeah.
We're one of the
Doesn't
cool
affect
kids.
you guys at all, but it
Doesn't
means-
affect you guys, but it means we have less drinking money in LA or in Las Vegas.
or LA.
Or LA, I guess if we go to like a tournament there, we'd be like super cool. Hey, so we had like this whole other thing planned, but I think we're gonna like just wrap it up.
That was
here.
just too much fun.
It was too much fun. There's no way we can top Ding Dong Schlong, the best of the Dave games.
I don't know that it's the best.
I mean, I would
Might have
say
been the
that it
worst.
was just because I am in charge of saying if it's good or not. I'm going to just throw real quick out there. It's been a while since we've had a good old White Claw sound effect. Yeah, we're just going to, we have a lot of plugs to throw out right now. So let's throw out some plugs.
All right. Well,
Yeah, Dave, go first.
I'm going to start.
Start.
I want to plug the Cold Open Stories. You
Oh,
noticed in the
fuck
beginning-
you. That was my
I
plug.
know it was. I could see it in your eyes. The Cold Open Story is still doing amazing stuff. Right now, they're doing the Cog and Crimson, and he has, Colin has serialized it. And it's, dude, I could tell you this right now.
Inspired by a certain someone sitting across from you, by the way. That would be me.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
He serialized it, and I think it works really well. Now, I really liked when all lights go out, but I can tell you this right now. I feel like right now he's like a heroin dealer, and I just can't wait to get my next fix.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's super good. ColdOpenStories.com, guys. Check it out. Make sure you listen. You can also find all of the stuff on YouTube under Cold Open Stories. Give them a listen. It's free.
It's professional quality audio dramas for free.
I mean, it's no mob rules.
There's
quality,
no mob rules intro section for sure, but what really is?
but they don't have Patreon. They don't have anything else. They're getting by literally on just word of mouth. So give it a listen and tell your friends to listen. If nothing else, tell your friends to.
Dave, that was rude.
Sorry. Fucking who leaves these drum kits laying all over your damn house, John?
That was a really nice callback. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. So give them a listen, tell your friends, leave it open running at night. Just go to their YouTube and just
Yeah,
stream the
just
videos.
leave it running. Repeat the whole time.
Yep.
Those cents add up. Hey, I also want to plug Cold Open Stories right now. They have an open casting call contest called SOS Send Out Screams. There's an upcoming episode called Die for the Emperor, and they're looking for people to send in screams for obviously their, I believe, Night Lords themed story that they have coming out. Again, possibly, but they're looking for people to just scream and
die.
send it to Cold Open Stories. So you're going to want to go to coldopenstories.com, send your WAV file, just open your iPhone, open your Samsung phone,
Scream at it.
Just
right in the middle of the subway.
just right in the middle of the subway, right in an Uber, anytime, just be like, ah!
If you're in Nottingham, scream there.
I will be sending him several screams. I plan on trying to just burst his eardrums by like speaking really quietly to start with. Ah! And then going
Shit,
from
my
there.
eardrums.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. I meant to blow Colin's eardrums, not yours.
You meant to blow Colin, I think.
I mean, also that he is a fantastic Canuck. Other things we want to plug. We played the ad earlier in the episode, but hammerheadgames.net. If you want to support the podcast and have the coolest looking gaming aids on the entire planet, go to hammerheadgames.net and you can order your turn trackers, your measuring sticks, everything with our amazing surfing dreadnought logo on there. That is a completely proprietary.
Yeah, we own that.
Yeah, we absolutely own
Nobody
that.
could possibly take anything. from
No
that.
one could assume it was a different logo.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check that out there. Dave, your turn. What do you go to plug?
Oh man, I was going to plug that one too. That was mine.
I love how we're just fucking each other over.
Yeah. Well, it's par for the course. When
Yes,
Danny's not
it
here
is.
to keep us separated. and send us to
Danny
our
is not
separate
here to
corners.
keep the peace between Dave and I.
You know what? I was asking Beals if he had his
Oh
segment,
yeah,
but,
Alec Beals.
But I
Superstar
couldn't get him back.
artist,
Apparently, he got his pants back off too fast.
Yeah.
And got back in bed.
So if you guys do like our new logo and generally our new aesthetic,
I got them up on T-Fear or Threadless.
up on our Mob Rules Threadless store. If you like those designs, that aesthetic, that is entirely Alec Beals and his amazing art, and me giving him a really shitty brief on what to do
Idea.
and him over executing and giving me this like 30-layer Photoshop file of just amazingness.
I appreciate you giving it to me and making me separate it.
Yes, yeah. You are welcome, because I don't know what to do with that stuff.
Could you fix this and make it monetized?
Hey, by next episode as well, Mob Rules Dice should be here.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, it should be here by the next time we record. Mob Rules Dice guaranteed to roll sixes if we are not there to verify that they roll sixes. Otherwise, you're a dirty fucking liar.
Yeah, they always roll sixes.
Yep, and if they don't, you're a liar. They don't, but they do have the sweet Beals Design Dreadnought right on the 6, and our amazing Mob Rules logo designed to roll better than Dangly Boys dice. And that is a scientific fact.
Actually, that was the only caveat we had.
Yeah,
for
we were
Chessex.
like, hey, Chessex, we would love this design on the 6, but it has to roll better than these bullshit dice right there.
And they were like, the Dangly Boys. Well, of course it's gonna roll better than that.
Of course it's going to roll better than Dangly. Final plug from me, and then Dave, you can jump in here.
Oh, I won't.
Mob Rules Patreon, where you get the access to the episodes 2 days earlier. You get access to our exclusive Discord server where we record Cool Dave games with our listeners. We interact with people every day. If you're John, you accidentally delete the server and then have to remake the server because you're technologically inept. But
that was a great day for me.
That was an awful day for me. I literally died inside. But the Patreon is a great community that we're building here for people like you who are dumb enough to listen to Mob Rules. And I want to talk to
smart enough.
I want to listen to other people who also listen to Mob Rules and talk about Warhammer and all that other kind of fun things like that. I don't really have anything else to plug. I'm assuming.
How many more of those business cards do we have?
Oh, yeah. So thank you to our Patreons. We bought Danny 500 business cards, which state that it's Danny's coaching service due to me and Dave's utter disdain of coaching services for 40K.
Just mainly me.
No. I have a similar dislike of coaching services for 40K.
Fair.
But we're both terrible, so mainly what do we know?
I'm going to throw those in with every bag of dice that we
sell. So every bag of dice we sell is going to include one of those business cards. And then if you come find us at LVO, or if you are near Danny at Charity Hammer at Cullen's house, he will be giving them out too. They're fantastic looking weird business cards that Dave had an amazing idea to do. But yeah, that's literally all I have to plug. Dave, do you have anything else to plug?
Just my mouth with my thumb.
Love
my
it.
Pillow.
At Alpha Devil and AK to see some amazing Taylor Painter's Nurgle stuff going up and general comments on Warhammer.
You're not Mob Rules John?
No, I'm not Mob Rules John anymore, and I can't remember it. So hey, that's my problem. Don't follow me. Yeah. That's fine. Just follow at Alpha Devil and AK.
And then look for John.
I'll probably be replying sarcastically to one of Dave's things.
That's true.
Check out our YouTube channel, mobrules.com, youtube.com/r/mobrules. We should have a video.
Nobody's typing that out.
Okay, then just search for World's Best Chapter Approved Coverage and World's Best Psychic Awakening 3 coverage.
And then filter and go to page 7.
After you've watched those two videos, watch ours on our Mob Rules YouTube channel, where Dave and I are going to be breaking down all of the points changes, all of the rules changes. We'll be going through the missions in Chapter Approved, as well as everything Blood Angels and Tyranids from Psychic Awakening 3.
Missions?
Yeah.
Nobody wants those.
Yeah, some regular players do. I mean, we don't, but we'll probably be like, yeah, it's a mission. That's a review. It's good times. But anyway, we have nothing else to plug, seeing as I've spent literally 5 minutes telling you to buy shit from us. I'm going to stop that there.
And other people, actually.
And other people, too. Yeah. Hammerhead Games. If you're going to LVO, order one of his trays. Free delivery. Pick it up at the stall. It's an amazing sectionalized tray for your dice and Mob Rules gaming accessories. That's a quasi-plug.
That's like the 7th Mob Rules gaming accessories reference today.
You know, I really like them. They're super cool. But
and if you bought one, post it to our page.
Yeah, send us pictures. Send us pictures of you losing horribly because of our inefficient aids, or winning wonderfully because of our fantastic gaming aids. We just want to see them. We like seeing the different colors.
Yeah, I was like, purple's the way to go, but I've seen some of the other colors.
Those
now,
blue,
like,
that blue is sharp.
Yeah,
Red is
the
underpowered.
Space Wolves blue looks good.
Yeah, it sure does.
Hurt me on the inside a little bit.
A little bit, but then Wolfen always hurt me. But anyway, for Mob Rules, I've been John.
And I've been Dave.
And Danny fucked off, so we'll see you next time.
Fucking Danny.